Welcome to Personal Injury Claims Explained by Foyle Legal, your trusted source for personal injury claims in Western Australia. Each week, we simplify complex legal issues, from motor vehicle accidents to workplace injuries, so you can confidently navigate your rights and secure the compensation you deserve.
Ever driven past a fender bender and thought, whew, glad that wasn't me?
Oh, absolutely.
But those accidents, they're more common than we think, especially in a place like Perth.
Yeah, you're right.
So today, we're diving into what to do if it does happen to you. We're looking at this article from Foyle Legal, they're personal injury experts, right here in Perth.
They are.
And it's like having that little voice of reason with you, when you might not be thinking straight after an accident.
Exactly. That's step by step.
Yeah. So the article jumps right into those crucial first few minutes after an accident. Safety first. Seems obvious.
Hey.
But they emphasize moving your car, even just a bit, to a safe spot if you can, and hazards on, of course.
Which, let's be honest, in the moment might not be the first thing on your mind.
No, not at all. And I like how they don't assume anything. They remind you to check for injuries, everyone, not just yourself.
So important. Adrenaline's running high. You might not even feel something's wrong right away.
Exactly. Okay, then it gets interesting. They're big on documenting everything.
Oh, yeah. This is key.
And not just a quick snap of the damage. They mean like road conditions, signs, the works.
It's about pointing the picture.
Yeah.
Right. Because those little things, they matter later on.
It's like gathering clues for a detective case.
Exactly. A bent sign, the way the sun's hitting the road, you never know what'll be important.
Okay, so we've got our evidence. What's next? This is where knowing your rights here in WA is key, and the article does a good job breaking it down.
Yeah, it can feel overwhelming, all the legal stuff, but even just the basics, huge help.
Totally. Like they're clear on when you have to report the accident to the police. I'd always wondered about that.
Right, not always clear cut. So here in WA, over $3,000 in damage, got to report it. Or any injuries. Doesn't matter how small they seem.
See, that $3,000 thing, I had no clue. So even a little fender bender could need a police report.
Exactly. And again, those detailed photos, lifesaver.
Right. Okay, then there's CTP insurance, the compulsory one, right?
Yes. And it's a bit different in WA, important to know. It's more about personal injury, not just the car damage.
So like if you're hurt and it wasn't your fault, CTP helps cover that.
Exactly. Medical bills, lost wages, that sort of thing.
Good to know. Though they do mention a time limit on those personal injury claims.
Yeah, that trips people up.
Yeah.
3 years, that's generally what you got in WA from the accident date.
3 years seems like a while, but I guess life happens. Easy to let it slip by.
Absolutely. And that's where, honestly, talking to a lawyer early on can hurt. Speaking of, they mentioned that no win, no fee thing.
Oh, yeah. That caught my eye, too. Sounds too good to be true, almost.
Well, it's pretty common for personal injury cases. Basically, you don't pay the lawyer upfront fees. Or
Okay.
if they win your case, do they get paid?
So less risk for someone who's maybe worried about the legal costs on top of everything else.
Exactly. Makes getting legal help way more accessible, which is crucial if you're already dealing with medical bills. Maybe it can't work.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from knowing your rights to understanding WA's legal system. But let's shift gears for a second. What can you, the listener, do today to feel more prepared if you're ever in a car accident?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's one thing to have this information, but it's even more valuable if you can actually put it into action.
Right. And luckily, the article offers some super practical tips. One thing they suggest is keeping important documents easily accessible in your car.
It sounds simple, but in those first few minutes after an accident, the last thing you want to be doing is frantically searching for your insurance or registration. Having it all organized in your glove box or center console can save you a lot of stress.
They also have this clever idea of creating an accident kit.
Yes, this is brilliant. Imagine a small pouch or container where you keep essentials, like a pen and paper. They even suggest a disposable camera. Remember those. It's a great backup if your phone battery dies or you don't have service.
That's a fantastic idea. I can't believe I've never thought of that.
You never know when those old school tools will come in handy. It's all about being prepared for any situation.
Exactly. And like you said earlier, knowledge is power. Feeling prepared can actually bring a sense of peace of mind.
Absolutely. Knowing you have the tools and information at your fingertips can make a stressful situation a little bit easier to handle. It's like having that umbrella in your bag when the forecast calls for rain.
I love that analogy. You might not need it, but it's there if you do.
Precisely. And on that note, the final thought I want to leave with you is this. Car accidents are inherently stressful, even if they're minor. But beyond the legal and financial aspects, there's an emotional and mental toll that we often overlook. So if you're ever in this situation, be kind to yourself, take the time to process what happened, and don't hesitate to reach out for support if you need it. Knowing how to advocate for your well-being is just as important as knowing your legal rights.
That's such an important reminder. Take care of yourself out there, everyone. And remember, a little preparation goes a long way.
Thanks for tuning in to Personal Injury Claims explained by Foyle Legal. Remember, this podcast is for informational purposes and isn't legal advice. For advice specific to your situation, visit us at Foyle Legal. And don't forget to subscribe or leave a review.